Capable of eye-catching gymnastic feats, lightning-quick machine learning, and slick dance floor bobs, Boston Dynamics robots are truly a modern-day technological marvel. And whether you think they mark the dawn of a new age of idle leisure for mankind, or represent a grim harbinger of humanity's inevitable enslavement, you must admit they're pretty cool from an engineering standpoint. So today, we're peering under the hood of our future metallic overlords and finding out just how Boston Dynamics build their robots. The most striking feature of Boston Dynamics' more famous latter-day creations, the adorable dog-like Spot and the swole, stormtrooper-esque humanoid Atlas, is that they walk on legs. Boston Dynamics' decision to go down the route of legs instead of wheels or caterpillar tracks was taken early on in the genesis of the company. Its founder and chairman, Mark Raibert, was for many years an academic, serving as Professor of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science at MIT and Associate Professor of Computer Science and Robotics at Carnegie Mellon University. It was around this time in 1980 that Raibert founded the influential so-called Leg Laboratory, and in doing so made a crucial early stand for this tricky means of locomotion. Why? Wheeled robots are only useful on flat, smooth surfaces. They don't handle stairs very well, to say nothing of coping in the kind of complex, unpredictable natural environments robots would ultimately be expected to work in. Legs, to be sure, are a lot more challenging to build, necessitating a complex interplay of software and hardware engineering. But as Boston Dynamics' always entertaining videos demonstrate, there's really nothing like legs when it comes to versatility, strength, and sheer style. Let's look at the software involved first. When most people talk about robot software these days, the subject of AI, artificial intelligence, usually crops up. But Boston Dynamics take a subtly different approach, emphasizing instead what they call athletic intelligence. Athletic intelligence refers to the automatic, almost subconscious processing most of our brains perform whenever we move, whether that's bounding up a staircase at home or sprinting for the bus. Those countless tiny computations we perform without thinking just to stay upright represent a colossal challenge for Boston Dynamics bots. In order to acquire athletic intelligence, the robots first need to be equipped with a means of assessing the terrain in front of them. In the case of Atlas, clever LiDAR sensors, basically radar but using light, do the job. Spot, for its part, uses more conventional cameras alongside sophisticated 3D sensors. Once the terrain ahead, say a staircase, is identified and mapped, the compact robot brain is able to search through a vast internal trajectory library, stocked with both the robot's own prior experience and presets acquired from earlier staircases tackled by different robots back in the lab. In Spot's case, experience has taught it to go downstairs backwards, in the name of greater overall stability. Atlas has special pressure-sensitive feet, which can detect squidgy or unstable terrain, helping the robot finally alter its balance and gait accordingly. The appropriate trajectory on its onboard library is followed as closely as possible, with real-time considerations like balance and underfoot conditions factored in using sophisticated algorithms. On the hardware side, Boston Dynamics robots perform their deft physical tricks thanks to a finely calibrated network of internal hydraulics. On earlier iterations of robots, this hydraulic fluid was pumped around the body through bolt-on tubes. But engineers at Boston Dynamics' Waltham, Massachusetts headquarters figured out they could make their components quicker, lighter, and more reliable by 3D printing robot body parts with hydraulic channels baked in. So a leg, for example, will carry hydraulic fluid within its very bones instead of relying on cluttered additional piping.